Hey everybody, welcome back to Kuma Style Reviews. What we're taking a look at is MakeToys, their Battle Tanker series, fifth in the series, even though it's called MT-04 Nemesis. So what you've got is the Nemesis Tanker Alt Mode. It also comes with, outside of instructions, two spikes that are reminiscent of the Shattered Glass versions of the Tanker, Shattered Glass Optimus and Magnus from 2012. A neat chain thing, we'll look more into that, with a matrix attached to it, as well as his cape. So some of this stuff, I'm actually gonna get out of the way here, as well as these two pieces. And just so you guys can check out the box here. Pretty standard packaging, just like the Hypernova. I know the original Tanker, as well as the Shattered Glass versions, came in more traditional box shapes, not the long rectangles. Hopefully this stands. Okay. Taking a look at this thing. In Tanker mode. I'm not a big fan of teal. Anybody who's actually talked to me when it comes to Nemesis Prime, all black and red. I'm more than fine with that, but this one plays off the teal very, very nice. A lot like the most recent United Nemesis Prime. That one did it too. Subtle and effective. Take a look at the back. You can see some different parts here. Actually, take a minute to zoom in for the camera's on. As I was saying, you can see some different pieces here. Got this more bat type piece. Sword hinge, just similar to the Shattered Glass. There you go. Overall, it looks good. And it also has the front chest piece that attaches to it, like you can see with the Shattered Glass version in the back. There you have it. And we're going to go ahead and get this transformed into its regular robot mode. Just unhinge the tanker there. Pegs into the circle here. This is the newer Hypernova or Gento style body. And you can see I just went ahead and took the chest piece off. But it's cool because this one actually mixes a few things from the original body, the Gento body, as well as the Shattered Glass versions. But it keeps it traditional. Reveal the Shield Prime style of transformation. Okay. Just getting those separated, and the legs separated, so he can get his weapon out. This is brand new. I like how they actually went with something different for it. Now, believe it or not, this is actually my first time transforming him into his regular robot mode. Just bringing the heels down. Yeah, when I first got it, I went straight into the armored up Nemesis mode. Now there are two windows on the side here for those of you who haven't had any chance with this mold yet, or maybe haven't transformed the ones you have. But you have to bring up the head first. It's another hinge. Just bring it around. And then you bring those windows in. Okay. Up, around, and down. All of this folds down. This part folds up, I believe. Well, I remember how to do this. So half of it goes up, half of it goes down. We're almost there. Alright, now for those of you who remember the Reveal the Shield version of this, you take these, flip them in those flaps there, and the wheels on both, they just spin around and come in. Spin them back, push them in. Now it's got to be pretty exact on where you spin them around to. Alright, and I'm just taking a quick second to make sure this looks correct. Because like I said, I don't really do the regular version of this. Okay, and what I was missing, these two pieces right here, push them down, and then bring this out a little bit on the side, and you can bring that back. We'll go ahead and peg in his weapon. Someone on TFW said that it's a lot like Strider Hero. And I agree. And this is random, but if you guys haven't played the Strider remake, PS4, Xbox One, it is incredible. And one thing that's quite a bit different is this head sculpt. Very, very evil looking. See if I can't let those red eyes detail for you without completely blurring out his face. Well painted. One of those sculpts that I think people either like or they don't. I dig it. I've always kind of preferred Nemesis being a black prime. So I would have preferred a traditional head sculpt, but it looks good. It most certainly does. Stand him up straight. See how he looks from the back. And just like the rest of them, the base robot mode just doesn't do it for me. This is why this is my first time even transforming it into the base robot mode. It just isn't my thing. But there you go. And in terms of height, just so you guys know how he'll scale, about 5 1/4. So deluxe-ish size, taller deluxe. And now he's in the mode I prefer. Beefed up, armored up. Just amazing. You've got the other versions in the background, so you can see how he compares. Just a sick piece. Now bring the Shattered Glass Prime, and this is from the 2012 box set, if I haven't mentioned that yet. He's pretty significantly taller, and that's because this is using the Hasbro RTS mode, while he is using the newer Gentle mode, which originated with Hypernovae, and is getting released soon for Prime himself. Personally, I'm hoping that they do them for these two as well, the Shattered Glass versions, because who wants, 3 of them to be one size and then 2 of them to be another side, especially when these two are the nicest looking of them all. To be honest with you, I love the Shattered Glass version the best. But anyway, we're talking about Nemesis here, and he's just dark and gritty looking. I love it. I absolutely do. And I absolutely love the shade of red that they used for the blade. It seriously looks like blood. Very well played on the evil theme. Like it's out of this world. What we're gonna do now, go ahead and put on the cape here. Now for this, I rotate it down. Should probably show you how the chains are laid out first. Basically, it's the matrix, and then 3 pegs on each side of it. I start from the back because it's easiest. I've done it from the front. But you just go in order. And remember, the shoulder is the last peg. So you just start from either side. Just like that. Really not too bad. It's paint by number stuff. And the matrix also does come in half, so if that's easier for you to do it that way, it's more than fine as well. But they peg in so easily that, besides show, I don't really take the matrix apart. This last one here, honestly, the only part that's semi-hard is finding the holes themselves, but you saw it took less than a minute to do, I think. Make sure that's flipped right. That's a cool addition. Now this is like a fiber cloth, thicker. That's a cool addition. And for this, and either side's frontwards or backwards. You can take the matrix and put it in half too. I actually prefer the 2 halves be separated so you can see the middle of them and stuff like that. The problem is, it could be a non-factor depending on how you look at it. It's a bit annoying to me. It hangs fine right there, but it has a tendency to go up if you move the shoulders in the slightest. So I think an extra link on each side would have done wonders for it. But it still looks good. And again, it really adds to that evil overall theme that they have. Now we can take a look at the Exo-suit mode. I gotta give credit where credit's due. They reworked the instructions. And with the previous battle tankers, I never really liked doing this mode, even though it looks cool, because I couldn't transform the tanker back into a tanker without it taking 30 minutes. These instructions make it really clear, really simple. For any previous battle tanker owners that are looking for these instructions, by all means, I'll be glad to scan them and shoot you a link. So, but that does need to be said. But overall, really cool. Looks good. And before I go, I just wanted to show you guys something. I actually had a custom Nemesis prime that I had done from the original battle tanker. Painted the head all black and everything like that. And I had the idea, since these use the same ball joints, just sticking that head on here. And to me, it came out perfect. I was saying earlier that even though I like the head sculpt that this came with, it just doesn't give me that Nemesis Prime feel because I'm so used to seeing them from RID and things like that as a black Prime repaint. Or black and teal and red Prime repaint, but fits really well. And honestly, seeing it with this head sculpt makes me that much more excited for Gento. But there's that. And whether it's this head, whether it's the head that it came with, you're going to be glad that you purchased it. It's a great piece in terms of color scheme and overall theme. I like this one the best, even though I love the wings on Hypernovae. I mean, that one just puts it over the top as my favorite for me. But this is a close runner-up. Anyways, this was a MakeToys.jp exclusive. You either bought it or you didn't. If you did, you either got it or you're getting it soon. And I hope you enjoyed it. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this review as well. See you next time.